behalf of the city of Berkeley, Your Honor.
Joanne Bigler appointed to represent Ms. Wardford.
No, that's incorrect.
Wardford, your first and last name?
This is Trustee Taylor Elizabeth Wardford. For the record, that is incorrect. There should not be anyone. Well, I don't hear this woman's name. Whoever this attorney is should not be appointed to represent the trust.
Would you
That
like
is
me
incorrect.
Would you like me to speak to you, Ms. Wardford, in a breakout room?
I need to make clear that Joanne Bigler is not representing the trust in this matter.
You've made that clear.
Okay.
You want to speak
Also,
with her?
I don't see who is the administrator of the court. Are they present? All I see is an empty room.
You don't see my screen, the judge?
I do not see.
Oh,
I see you down here now. Excuse me. I see you down there now.
This is the date and time set for pretrial, Mr. Christ. Has there been any progress?
No, Your Honor. I haven't spoken today to Ms. Wardford because there was still the question of whether or not she was going to. It appeared from the notes in the file, there was a note that she might have been considering retaining counsel at the November 9th hearing. So I have not had any discussion with her.
All right, and I see that note as well. Ms. Wardford, have you retained a lawyer?
No, there's no lawyer.
So you're going to proceed without counsel?
I'm just here to clear up this matter.
do you want to speak to me or not?
Are you able to clear up the matter on the private side?
On
Ms.
the
Wardford,
what?
It's a simple yes or no question. Do you want to speak with Ms. Bigler in a breakout room or no?
No.
All right, Ms. Bigler, this is a misdemeanor charge. I'm gonna ask that you stick around just as standby counsel. I understand Ms. Warford's gonna proceed, it sounds like, without counsel, but if you would be there just in the instance that there's a question, the court would appreciate it, okay?
Your Honor,
Will do. Thank you.
May I address the court, Your Honor?
You may.
Your Honor, I think that it might be appropriate to set a scheduling order in this matter for the parties, to the extent they wish, to file any type of legal motions with respect to the charges before the court. And that way we can, if there are legal issues, we can bring those to the court's attention and address these charges that way. Alternatively, I suppose we can set matter for trial, but I anticipate that there might be motions that may be filed by the in this matter.
I don't know what he's referring to. Okay.
All right, well, Ms. Bigler, again, let me ask Ms. Wardford. Ms. Wardford, you're here this morning, you're declining the assistance of Ms. Bigler as your assigned counsel, is that true?
Accurate.
All right, so you understand that this is a misdemeanor charge. There's a maximum penalty involved of up to 93 days in jail plus court costs and fines. And understanding that, you're declining the assigned counsel.
Judge, this court lacks authority over the trust in these proceedings. The fact that it has even moved this far is fraudulent activity. The magistrate that was before in the arraignment entered a plea on behalf of the trust.
A not guilty plea.
That plea should not have been entered on behalf of the trust. That magistrate does not have power of authority or power of attorney to make decisions for the trust, especially not in this matter.
Are you asking the court to enter a warrant then, to go back before the arraignment and have to re-enter a warrant for your arrest? Is that what you want to happen?
There's no warrant that needs to be entered. Like Mr. Chris said, at this point, it's becoming a legal matter because what's happening here is illegal and unlawful. There was no contract entered. Discovery was requested. There was no contract that was received in the discovery.
None of what you're saying has any basis in law or fact, so I can't, the court doesn't know how to address what you're saying. It doesn't have any, there's no laws behind it, there's no case law, there's no statute, you're saying things that don't have any basis in this district court, so.
Did you read?
Could I be removed, could I be removed, Your Honor?
Ms. Bigler, I understand your request. I would just, as we proceed here this morning, I would appreciate it if you could just stand by counsel. Okay, I'm not asking you to intervene or say anything, but you're really just to stand by in the case that there is any questions. Ms. Warford can utilize your assistance. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Chris, I think your request is a good one. The court, this case is starting to age a bit. I think a jury trial probably date makes sense at this point. Why don't we put this out into the March jury trial term?
That's fine, Your Honor. What I would suggest maybe works with that is perhaps have a deadline and, towards the end of February, should there be a decision by either side to file any type of substantive motions in this matter, that they be at least filed, by some point, perhaps mid-February, Your Honor, might make sense, whatever the court's calendar would accommodate.
All right. I know that going back to October, there had been some documents filed, and there was an indication by the court there that the city of Berkeley needed to receive those documents. Have you ever received those, Mr. Chris?
I don't know, Your Honor. I will check as soon as I get back to my office. I have received some communication in a proceeding with Ms. Wardford in a different matter, but I don't at the moment know whether it's with respect to any Berkeley cases.
Okay. All right. So here's what the court is going to do. We're going to set this matter for a jury trial in March. I'm setting a motion cutoff for February 15th. So all motions by either party need to be filed and served on the opposing party by February 15th, 2024. If there is anything filed, we'll set a motion hearing in advance of that jury trial date. We'll have a decision on those, and then we'll be ready to go for jury trial at the end of March. Okay.
This is actually the decision. It's actually, if things were to move, it's my decision whether it is by judge or by jury. There's still a question of jurisdiction.
You can file that motion with regards to your question of jurisdiction before February 15th, and we'll have a motion hearing. If you decide to waive your right to jury trial at any point, then we'll set it for a bench trial.
I filed my motion for jurisdiction already. I filed it when I filed my discovery.
Okay. Did you serve it on Mr.
The case? Did you read the filings that I filed?
Did you serve the document on Mr. Chris?
I didn't hear.
Did you serve those documents on Mr. Chris?
Yes, they were filed in we've met here now, like the second time that we met, the documents were served.
Where's the proof of service? I have the documents. You sent them to the court. Did you send them to Mr. Chris and file a proof of service?
Yes. That's how I received discovery. Well, received information. It wasn't what I asked for in the discovery, but I did receive information back.
So you'll need to file those with Mr. Chris, and then we'll set a motion date. We'll go from there. All right, Mr. Chris, anything else?
Nothing further for the people, Your Honor.
Ms. Bigler.
Yes. Go ahead, Judge. What'd you say?
Go ahead.
No, so I'm still on board, correct? I'm just asking. Want to know what to do. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, for the record, this court lacks authority and these proceedings are damaging on the rights of the private. Judge, you took an oath to fairly stand for the people, and this proceeding is damaging to the rights. This is a private trust, and this should be on the private side, not on the public side.
Ms. Bigler, are you making a motion to withdraw as counsel on standby counsel?
I'll do whatever the court would really like, but yes, I would request to be removed as standby counsel. But I will do what the court needs done.
I'll grant your motion, Ms. Bigler, and depending on how things go from here, I may ask that the MIDC assign a standby counsel as we move forward. But I'm going to indicate here that you've been removed from the case. Okay, Ms. Bigler?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Good
You're all
luck,
set.
Ms. Ward.
Take care.